More than 1 in 12 teens attempted suicide in the past year. Teen suicide can happen in any family. You can learn the factors that lead to suicide and what you can do to prevent it. Teen suicide needs to be taken very seriously. We need to keep reducing the suicide rate. I will discuss what factors cause teen suicide, how it can be prevented, and the statistics for teen suicide for the last few years. First, I will discuss the factors that lead to suicide. There are hundreds of different reasons that lead teenagers to suicide. Teenagers can become very lonely and depressed. In high school, they may not have a lot of friends or don't socialize with a lot of people, so they become lonely. High school can be very challenging for kids. They play sports, they have a lot of homework, some may even have a job. They feel like they can't do everything, but they don't want their parents to know that they gave up or quit, and so they become depressed knowing that. Bullying is becoming more common these days. And teens might get bullied because they are a different race, or in many cases, they aren't popular. They get picked on easy by the popular kids because they don't fit in. Bullying doesn't just happen at school. It can happen online, social media websites like Facebook and Twitter. When someone gets bullied, they become depressed. Sometimes they think that suicide is their only escape, to not have to go to school or get online to see what people are saying about them. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, 90% of those who attempt suicide have a mental illness. More than 20 to 50% of those who commit suicide have a drug or alcohol addiction. According to teen depression experts, drug addiction can become a very serious problem and they may feel worthless, so they overdose. Next, I will discuss how teen suicide can be prevented. Parents need to communicate with their child more. According to the National Youth Violence Prevention Resource Center, 8 out of 10 teens who commit suicide try to ask for help before actually committing suicide. Most teenagers want someone to listen to them, to help them through their problems. Parents need to know the warning signs. You know your child better than anyone, and you will be the first to see the changes in your child. Personality changes are major. You might notice they aren't communicating with you or hide in their room a lot. Other warning signs include change in eating habits, or if they harm themselves or other people. Suicide can be caused by many risk factors. Teenagers who have attempted suicide in the past are more likely to attempt suicide again. Teenagers can become very depressed, especially if there was a recent death in the family or a close friend. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, teenagers who show these warning signs need to seek help immediately. Finally, I will discuss the statistics of teen suicide in the recent years. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States. Both females and males are at risk of suicide. However, the National Institute for Mental Health states that while females are more likely to attempt suicide, males are 4 to 5 times more likely to actually commit the suicide. According to the Psychology Benefits Society, every day more than 12 teens die of suicide. With knowing that information, that means 1 in 12 will attempt or commit suicide. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention stated that in 2013 there were 41,149 suicides. With that number, experts were able to discover that someone dies by suicide every 12 minutes. In conclusion, teen suicide can be caused by depression, bullying, or mental illness. Prevention includes talking to your child, knowing the risk factors and the warning signs. Both females and males are at risk, but every day more than 12 teens commit suicide. Anyone can become a victim of suicide, but we can prevent it. We need to listen to our children more. Spread the word to prevent suicide. There are many hotlines like the one on this shirt for awareness for suicide. We can prevent it. We can keep more children in this world.